Okay, guys, so we're going to talk about the first step in all of this, which is our mindset. The battle is won here with health and disease. So, and I would go on to say that health and disease are both caused by thoughts. If you have positive thoughts, you're going to end up in a state of health and wellness. If you have negative thoughts, you're going to end up in a state of sickness and disease. So, or at least the wrong thoughts. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But that is so true, and it may sound corny and, oh, I'm beyond thinking my way out of this. You're not. I promise you're not. This is true in my own story as well. So we've got there's four main players to this. And I use an acronym that we've already talked about called IBAR. But identity determines beliefs. Beliefs determine actions. Actions determine results. Identity, belief, action, results. So when somebody wants to compete in the Olympics, every Olympian has the same goal, to win gold medal, right? However, not everybody that enters wins the gold medal. Only a select few win a medal at all. So it couldn't be just setting the goal that gets you the result. So it's more than just the goals, it's the actions you take. If you take different actions, then you get different results. Is there anything that influences your actions? Yes, your beliefs and your values. You live according to your beliefs and your values. And wherever you're at, no matter how healthy or how sick you feel, we have both earned them. Every decision we have ever made has led us up to this point. It's 2% or less genetics. You didn't just get dealt a bad deck of cards. We're going to talk about the things that turn genes on and off. It's called epigenetics, but your genes have switches, and a bad lifestyle turns the wrong switches the wrong way, and a good lifestyle turns those switches the right way. And so just because mom or dad had this doesn't mean you have it. Just because grandma or grandpa had it doesn't mean you have to have it. If you ate the same, live the same, then there's a good chance that you could have the same challenges, but it's not guaranteed, and you have control. You have to take control over it. You are the CEO of your own body. I am the consultant. And just like a business, the consultant says, hey, here's some good ideas. I've looked at your whole business. I've looked at the systems. I've looked at the staff. I've looked at the ins and outs. I know the cash flow. I know the bottom dollar. I know all these things. These are my recommendations. But the CEO of the business has to take action. Just because the consultant makes the recommendation doesn't mean that things change. That's exactly where we're at with this, is you have to be the CEO of your body. That is the winning mindset. I am not responsible for your results. I am responsible for showing you the blueprint. You have to follow the blueprint. So when it comes to the winning mindset, take ownership of you. Nobody's going to care more about your body than you care. I can't care more. I'll care just as much as you care. I promise you that. We're here for you. But if you don't care, my care won't outweigh I can't make up for your lack of care to motivate you. You've got to change what really matters. And so you can change, you have two options. You can pick the hard on the front end, and then it gets easier as you go, or you can continue with what most of us are doing, is we want to make it as easy as we can for as long as we can, and then it gets hard. But the problem with going from easy to hard is that hard is way harder than starting with the hard up front. If you start with the hard up front, you're going to get that ship steered in the right direction from the jump, rather than ending up way over here and having to course correct all the way back over here. So you could just get tossed with the sea, the waves of the sea, or you can actually be the captain of the ship and you control the ship. So take control. It's hard being wealthy. It's hard making smart financial decisions. But it's also hard being broke. That's not easy. It's hard to be married or in a serious relationship of whatever it is, with your brother or siblings or whatever, parents, grandparents. It's hard to have a healthy relationship, but it's also hard to be single. and not have any relationships, not even just marriage. But if you live on your own island in isolation, that's just as hard as having healthy relationships and putting the effort in there. And it's the same with our health. It's hard to make decisions that are going to improve your health, but boy, it's harder to be sick. It's more expensive to be sick. It steals from everything when you're sick. So your health is your most valuable asset. And I see more people that care more about the clothes they wear, the cars they drive, the house they live in, the TVs they watch. They care more about their portfolios and how diversified their portfolio can be and how big a bank account they can get, which, whatever, that's not the point. Those just can't come above your health, because without your health, you can't enjoy the rest. I'm not saying throw it all away. Although it'd probably do good to throw some of it away and get your priorities right? I've been there before too. But the mindset is the right identity. And once you get the right identity and you say, you know what, I'm somebody that cares about health. I'm not somebody that's going to just, get tossed with the waves. When you take control and you take ownership, nothing is more powerful than a changed mind. So change your mind and just say, you know what, I'm not going to do that anymore. It wasn't serving me well. There's a better option. I'm not going to beat myself up because I've done it this way for this long, but I'm going to do it differently because I have different values. And when you change your value and you change what matters and you want to be here for those kids and those grandkids and those great grandkids and you want to enjoy life and make memories together, then you've got to change. You got to be intentional, right? You can't just get tossed with the waves. So this is a little bit longer video, but this is the most important one, guys. Your mindset, your identity, who you see yourself as. Look at the final product. This is who I want to be. This is where I am. But even though you're back here, start telling yourself, I am this guy. What does this guy do? Does he hit the snooze button? Does he spend hours upon hours or minutes upon minutes scrolling through social media? Does he gossip? Does he, think about what matters. You're in control of this. And this is where it gets big. And who else is impacted by the decisions that you make? It's not just you, it's your family. So take control for yourself. Take control for your family. Change you know what matters. It's just easy to forget about it. You know you don't want to be sick the rest of your life. What happens if you don't quit this time? What happens if you actually stick with it, stick it out? What comes back in your life? What's missing now? What's been stolen that you need back? Well, change your mind. Change your values. Change your belief system. Get rid of limiting beliefs. I can't do this, or I'm going to try to do this. Try is not good. Sometimes you may fail, but you need to tell yourself, I'm going to do this. This is going to be different. I'm driving the stake in the ground. I'm taking a stand and I'm taking control. That's what changed my life. That's what's going to change your life. I threw up every day for 2 years. Was it hard to stop eating McDonald's and Wendy's every day? Sure, because I was lazy and I didn't want to shop or cook. So be it. But you know what's harder than shopping and cooking? Throwing up every day for 2 years, which is what I did. And if I would have done whatever you told me, you would have said it will get rid of your nausea. And by the way, medications didn't help at all. It only made it worse. So I was left early on to figure out, how am I going to navigate this? I'm throwing up every single day. This is horrible. So stop. I'm only harping on this because I know what it's like to feel helpless. I know what it's like to feel hopeless. I know what it's like to feel like life is being stolen from your hands, and you're watching your friends and your family live life and post all these amazing posts on their highlight reel, which don't even get me started with social media. Scrolling leads to depression and death. So stop scrolling, sign out of your accounts, and go live life. Don't watch other people live theirs, live your own. And the only way to do that is to get serious and figure out what really matters. When you get to the end, what really matters? Is it going to be, do you want people to have all this money, like the dude was good at making money or she was great at making money? Or is it maybe more valuable to say, man, we had a lot of fun together. We had a lot of memories together. He really cared for me. She was always there for me. She, what do you want said about you at the end? You got to think about these things now. All right. Again, the mindset, your thoughts determine your health. Your thoughts also determine your sickness and your disease. So control your thoughts. Bring every thought captive unto the obedience of Christ, right? That's where this transformation happens. There is a transformation waiting. You just have to claim it yourself. Okay, I'm leaving. I'm sorry for the rant, but I love you all. This is what changed my life. If I didn't change my mind, I would still be throwing up. I had to say, you know what? I don't value that. I don't value the quick meal more than I value the healthy meal because I'm tired of throwing up. I'm tired of not sleeping. I'm tired of not having energy. I'm tired of being overweight. Once the pain of dealing with the problems becomes more than the pain of change, you'll make the change. Right now, you just think making change is harder than kicking the can, and that's not the case. Kicking the can just creates a bigger tab later for you. Okay, again, I love you guys. I'm officially hitting stop. Okay, I speak that with love. It's important. Bye.